What's up, world? You're tuned into 423 FM. You already know we've got you covered with your daily dose of celebrity drama. Now let's get into it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the 423. Trey Songz is under fire right now over more allegations that he is sexually abusive. I don't even know how to address any of this because this is about to be like the most demonetized video of all time. But anyway, watch at your own risk. This all started last week when Adam22 interviewed notorious hip-hop groupie Celina Powell, and for a portion of the interview, her friend Aliza joined the conversation to talk about some of her sexual experiences with men in the entertainment industry. Among other things, she ended up telling a story about Trey Songz urinating on her without giving her any warning or choice in the matter, going on to say that the whole time they were together in the hotel room, he basically held her hostage and took her purse and her phone away from her so that she couldn't leave. Here's what she said.
One of the nastiest things you've ever done. Let's hear it.
I got peed on too.
Peed on?
Not that. I didn't know what was happening. He just did it. He just like was
Bitch, please stay who?
Fuck Trey Songz. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He wants
Wait.
me.
How did he surprise pee on you? What?
Okay, so I go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom to wipe the nut off my face, like in between rounds. He follows me in there. He's like, get in the bathtub. I'm like, okay. So I do, and I'm like laying down. He's standing over me, like jacking off, and he's like, "Play with your pussy." I'm like, "Okay." So I do, and then he's like, "Play with your tits." So I do, and then he literally just peed on me like that, and I was like, "What the fuck on my eyelashes?" And he's like, "You're fine," and I was like,
You're fine. How many rounds has Trey Songz gotten him?
"Oh, 5 million."
Really?
Yes. When I left, there was a pile of condoms on the ground. I was like, "Whoa, I don't even."
He wore a condom every time?
Yeah.
Holy
Thank God.
shit! This guy's got an invincible
Did you know
cock,
how you told me?
Thank God. What?
I wish she wasn't as nervous, but I'm not gonna make her go out.
He already got mad at me for like talking about it, but I don't give a fuck.
Who cares, bitch?
Trey.
Just don't ever see him.
Terry?
No, Trey. But
Trey.
every bitch I know that has fucked him says the same shit. Like,
Did he peas on him?
yeah,
I think
and
his
he's
kid.
psycho. Like he took my phone and my purse away for like a whole day, held it over the balcony, was like, "Bitch, if you try and leave, I'm gonna drop this shit." I'm like,
But y'all didn't want to believe me. Okay.
And he's
he
just.
did the same thing to her. Like he just does the same shit.
Yeah.
He's like weird.
But so he keeps you in a hotel room for this long, and he's just fucking you like a million times?
Yeah, and I kept asking like, when can I leave? What time is it? And he like just wouldn't answer. He would just fucking ignore me, and I'm like, okay. And then he was like, you can leave when I go like to my flight. And I was like, okay, when's that? Wouldn't tell me.
While some folks immediately just thought, wow, Trey Songz is a weirdo for peeing on people, others recognize that this story sounds a lot like something we've heard before about Trey specifically. Already in that clip, Celina Powell is agreeing with her friend, saying that Trey took her phone and wouldn't let her leave whenever they were intimate. But this story is also very similar to what Keke Palmer said about the singer years ago as well. Back in 2017, Keke appeared in Trey Songz' music video for Pick Up the Phone, but following the video's release, Palmer revealed that she was secretly filmed and put into the video without giving her permission. Here's a little bit more to that story. Palmer voiced her frustration on Twitter when a fan gushed about her appearance in Songz' new video. "This is preposterous. How am I in this video, Trey? After you found me in a closet hiding because I was so afraid of any more conflict, literally my last option was to hide because you all would not listen when I said I didn't want to be in the video the first time." She went on to say, "Just because you give someone food and alcohol and throw in a little sexual intimidation doesn't mean they will buckle. Yet you still disrespected me as a young woman whom you've known since she was 12. You still defied my wishes and in turn showed your lack of respect for a brand that took me 14 years to build and put me in the video against my wishes. Come on, bruh. I clearly said no and you said okay. Yet I was being secretly filmed, and when you told me, just let me show you the idea, wow. This is the sexism and misogyny I refer to because if I was a dude, he wouldn't have even tried me like this. Let this be a lesson to all. I'm not for the BS. I'm serious about my business and you will not use my likeness without my permission. When you're in front of a boss, you treat them like one, like I treat you. No means no." Later on, Keke talked to Wendy Williams about the incident, and unfortunately, the way Wendy handles this conversation is disgusting and super victim-blamey, but Palmer reiterates that she was so scared of Trey that she had to hide in a closet before finally getting the courage to leave.
Hey, Wendy, I would have loved to turn on your show and saw you be a little bit more compassionate and less accusatory and ridiculous.
I couldn't.
Why, girl?
Well,
Because the gag is you wasn't there.
Well, but But here's the deal. Here's the deal. We all know these days that singers, you know, and to save money, all you do is throw a house party.
That's true.
And roll the camera.
But is it right?
It's not.
It's normalized, and that's my problem. Forget
it's
about
not right.
what you're saying to me. The thing is we're then telling girls that it's okay for them to be in weird and awkward and, you know, potentially sexually harassing environments.
Right.
And they should endure it and not say nothing about it. That's why I said something about it, because it's like, look, it happens to me too.
Okay, so
it happens to all of us. Just because I'm in Hollywood doesn't mean we all as women endure that.
But at least you, unlike, you know, random girls at the party, at least they came to you and they said, Kiki, we're about to film this video.
At least.
He mentioned her in the video, and so.
No, where's my makeup and hair? Where's my styling?
But that's where I was telling you through the TV.
Honey, come on.
And you were a little turned up, and you're over 21, you're able to.
I'm at the party, we're having a good time, and that's my whole thing is that we have to start saying no when things don't feel right.
But
now,
why did you just leave?
Because I was nervous, honestly, you guys. Think about your first time that you were in a situation where someone challenged you sexually. That is not, you don't know how to act. And it was very nerve-wracking. I mean, you know how it is. You know, you're a woman of power. How many times have you been tested in situations of how you can stand on your own and not fall at the hands of someone else?
But I was the girl who would always leave, though.
And I did leave. But I mean, if I hid in the closet for a couple seconds, what the hell?
She hid in the closet? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We agree to disagree on that. But are you still suing him? That's a dumb lawsuit.
My thing is, at the end of the day, it's reached its resolution.
Okay.
I'll say that about it. It's reached its resolution, and it's not I'm not a hateful person, but I am the kind of person that's gonna say, I don't belong to you, and I'm gonna quiet the noise and find my voice.
Interesting. There's something more to this story, something sexual. We didn't know about anything sexual. Speaking of which...
Wendy, you're hilarious.
No, well, there's something more to the story.
Obviously, there are a lot of parallels here between these two stories, and these aren't the only women who've accused Trey of things like sexual intimidation. So on Wednesday, August 19th, Songz woke up bright and early to address what Aliza said in the No Jumper interview, I suppose trying to deny the whole thing, though I'm not sure what he thinks these screenshots prove. He started by saying, I usually stay quiet on this, but I feel that in many ways, the movement to fight for the women who have actually suffered harassment and abuse on various levels has been hijacked by those who find it convenient for themselves to come up as they seek to destroy someone's life. He then tweeted out, y'all stay ready to believe a bird, and attached screenshots of his conversations with this woman, and you can read the messages for yourself, but they go from her calling Trey gay for blocking her, to him asking where she is and telling her to catch an Uber. So once again, I don't know what the point of him posting these screenshots was, because if anything, it just proves that they at least had some sort of encounter. He went on to say, I brush it off every time, but once you have an allegation, no matter its true weight and validation, it's now happened once and to some will be believable from that moment forward. None of that happened. And this time he attached text messages from who we'll later learn is Celina Powell after this whole story came out this week, which includes Trey telling her to leave him alone. He then proceeds to remind everyone that this isn't the first time he's been accused of sexual assault, which is always a good move in proving your innocence, writing, y'all remember Jane Doe claimed I sexually assaulted her in Miami. She wants me to pay for her therapy and the rest of her school because of all the trauma she's been through. Please read. And he attached some messages from another girl who's trying to say that the Jane Doe who accused him of sexual assault is lying. In his last tweet on the matter, at least for now, he says, you'll choose to believe what you want. I've been focusing my energy and time on good things, and I know the devil wants my soul more now than ever. I'ma keep my head high and push forward. If you're holding me down in these moments, I appreciate that. So after Trey tweeted about this whole scenario saying the situation is untrue, Celina Powell once again joined the conversation to insist that Trey refused to let her leave during a sexual encounter. She retweeted his earlier screenshots where she texted him apologizing, writing, wow, woke up to this trending. For 2 years now I tried to block this off, but F it, let's talk. April 6 at Trey Songz, you forced me to do some things and threw my phone off the balcony, refused to let me and another younger girl go. I'm used to being treated like shit, so I didn't know how to handle it but call the police. You and I live in the same building. You said you'd make it uncomfortable for me to live peacefully. I dropped the charges. Fast forward to now, I went to therapy, I healed, you are my favorite singer, TBH. So with being effing scared of knowing what you're capable of doing and living 3 floors down, plus being beaten by Tory Lanez, I'm like stuck. I did think you're a changed man since your son, and I'm still proud. I don't see how apologizing to you for taking this to social media is a bad thing. Just because I'm saying sorry to you doesn't mean that what happened isn't correct, especially when I had a rape kit done. There's multiple cases against you. Want to address that, or just my friend? After that, she proceeded to tweet out a photo of a police report filed on April 6, 2019, saying, "My case is now public record. Someone go get the report. Read it and weep. I didn't lie about jack shit. Police and lawyers were involved." So I'm sure sometime soon someone will have access to the public record and we can see what the police report from over a year ago says. But it's impossible to ignore the fact that so many of these women have the same exact stories about Trey, taking their phones, intimidating them, and not letting them leave.
Who has it on you? We want a big celebrity. Who's hit on you? You're a beautiful girl. Come on.
Can I say that?
Yeah. Nobody's listening. Nobody's watching.
You have to say it.
Built it up.
Yeah, say it.
I don't know.
Let's play telephone. You send it down, and then I'll say it.
I'm gonna use hell for this, but I went to a wedding. I went to my lawyer's wedding, and it was like they rented like a mansion, and everybody at the end, it was like only like 50 of us at the end of the party, you know. It's like all these, some of the Victoria's Secret models, like his big clients, and Trey Songz was there with his date. And I go to the pool house, literally, and I swear everything. He's giving me the eye all night, and I was like, okay, what's going on? This is weird. I go to the pool house, just like right by the pool, and he literally is at the door and pushes me against the wall and puts his lips on my lips and is like, let's do this. I'm like, oh my god, I don't think I should tell this story.
It's awesome. This story is great.
The same thing has happened to me with Trey Songz. Oh, totally, yes.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna get killed for this. I probably am.
No.
And then he held you down, right?
He's like,
no.
no! This
is getting bad. This is getting bad.
No, it was cool. And I said, no, I said, I can't, I'm not doing this right now.
Your lawyer dropped the charges, though, right?
Stop! No, but I said, no, I'm not trying to do this right now. He was, I was playing anyway. I don't want that anyway. And he walked out. That's something else happened, but I'm not gonna say that. But
Such a smooth way to deal with a rejection.
Yeah.
I was just playing. I'm just kidding. Anyways, not really.
It was hard though.
Although he's crying on the inside.
He had no shirt on, and he literally was like, he's probably one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. Really.
Very ripped guy.
Like I was actually like, wow, this guy is absolutely gorgeous. But I said, girls probably sleep with him all the time, so I was like, I can't, no, this is not gonna happen right now. But I said he
invented sex, but he also invented an STD, so you're good about it.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't see this. I'm probably gonna get killed, but it's okay. I mean, it's true. I tell the truth.
We won't send it to anybody but TMZ. Don't worry.
Oh my god!
They will send it to everyone else.
The lawsuit against Trey from the Jane Doe he mentioned prior is still ongoing. He was accused of sexual battery inside a Miami nightclub in 2018. So if I were him, I'd stop speaking so boldly about situations that haven't even reached a verdict yet. This situation is really awful, and even more awful is seeing all the people support Trey simply because he quote-unquote doesn't seem like that type of guy, or because other women would happily let him do whatever they want to him, which unfortunately his replies are full of. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. Were you aware of Keke Palmer's allegations against Trey prior to this new story? And if you still supported him, will these stories cause you to stop? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments, subscribe to the 420 Thief for more videos, and if you like this one, just give it a quick thumbs up. That is it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.